G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is the quick fix. This was one of the survival weekly weapons that was around a couple of weeks back now, and people said it was bad, so I'm going to prove them wrong. Anyways, you're looking at a legendary, unique, I guess, switchblade with the serrated blade as standard, with 40% faster swing speed, +1 endurance, and of course the Junkie's prefix, which I haven't shown off before, which gives you more damage the more withdrawal effects you have. So we're going to try and get ourselves hooked on chems to push this thing as fast as we can, and or as far as we can really. We're going to be swinging fast enough. Anyway, so we got 64 damage again with that serrated blade. Keep in mind that 10% of that damage is coming from some glowing meat stack that I ate before this, but whatever. Keep that in mind. If you're not getting that much damage unspec'd, then that's probably why. Anyways, we'll go ahead and chuck on some of these perks. It is a one-handed weapon, so obviously Gladiator is definitely one we've got to go to, and of course I missed Expert that. And this actually doesn't do any damage. I should have put that on before, but doing damage a little bit more with Bloody Mess will be good. So with all of those perks added to this thing, we're doing 113 damage. Alright, let's get ourselves hooked on some chems, shall we? So first of all, we've got berry mentats. Let's just eat those. There we go. All mentats chems are now addicted to. Buff out, please. It took 5. There we go. Looks like 5 in a row seems to do the trick. There's another day tripper. There we go. That's mentats again. So this is a waste of fury, but I'm going to spam it anyway. There we go. Oh, okay, that's another addiction there. We'll just go for some Psycho Tats. I didn't realize I was doing my fucking water in. How about we just recover a little bit? That's better. Alright, so all Psycho, all Overdrive. Let's see, what else have we got in here? We've got some booze, some whiskey. Let's eat some wolf ribs, shall we? And some XL. There we go, we've got another addiction out of that, so pretty lucky. I think we're addicted to all that we can be addicted to now. Have a look at all of those things. So here's the thing, here's why people don't rate junkies, and why it sucks for melee weapons. So -1 strength from buff out addiction, and from fury addiction, and from psycho addiction. That's going to cut down on my damage, because obviously damage is coming from your strength with melee weapons mainly. So the boost to my damage overall is probably going to be not as much. See, we're sitting at 174 now, which is honestly not a whole lot extra, but we can work with that, sure. Alrighty, we'll start off with something small, and looks like I'm still seeing the life signs through walls here, so we might as well make use of what we can with the chems whilst we're here. Hang on, there's someone over there. Let's just gather up some adrenaline, shall we? And adrenal reaction from being hit by those guys. Ooh, don't lock up on me now, controls. Alright, we have to quickly kill these guys to make sure other players don't come in and fucking ruin this. Unfortunately, we got a nasty stagger there, but now we seem to be doing a lot of damage now. And fucking, let me just do a stim pack, please, so I can actually move properly. So, throwing ourselves right into the fray, we're actually able to get ourselves out of this okay, I suppose. Obviously, most of that damage from that Junkie's effect that we saw earlier has been boosted by adrenal reaction at this point, and at this point we're through it all. So a little bit of crazy conditions with the crowd control there, but we managed to survive. So if we can walk away from that fight only using, what, 1 stim pack, that's actually not too bad. Not a bad start from the quick fix here, and I'm glad that thing showed up, because I wouldn't have actually known that. Yeah, I shouldn't be commentating. I'm not fit for it, I don't think. You're not getting away from me. Ooh, free legendary. And it looks like we're starting round 2 against a bunch of sleepers, because I wanted to get more of this ghoul action, and this time we're going to be stabbing sleepers instead, which is really... Okay, looks like I don't have to worry about them being sleepers or not, because I can just do that. But that's a cool. That's a cool thing. Melee is the Achilles heel of the sleeping ghoul, apparently. You can just stab in the air and it'll reach them anyway. Probably because they're actually meant to be standing, but your animations have them locked. I still think this is worse than when enemies T-pose. Look, everyone in here's a sleeper now. Everyone. Look at that fucker. That one's a sleeper. And now, I think... Oh, I definitely hear a Wendigo down there. Let's just go ahead and stab him once more, shall we? Grab a friggin' knife blade and stick it in his gob. Nice pirouette. I actually rate that 9 out of 10. I like that death animation. I kind of wish more ghouls would have that death animation so I can, you know, flip them like they're on the trapeze or something. I don't know. Like they're gymnasts. And that is how you get turned and burned, friend. Oh. I hear some more. Oh, there's some... I'm all hooked on that sort of stuff, so whatever. Just more. Oh, it's a blade machete. Under-leveled blade machete, so it's going to be garbage. But still, yep, round 2. A little bit worse for wear because they're all bloody sleepers. Except not really, because I need to kill the rest of these ghoulies. So we'll draw them out and poke them in the guts, I suppose. Oh, there's some more chems for me to feast my junkies... eyes on, I suppose, or veins, and there's even more. That's how I farmed all the chems. I basically ran this a few times, killed feral ghouls, because sometimes they do drop chems like that, which is nice. But this actually took fucking ages to farm for, so at least I'm glad I'm getting a little bit more damage out of that. Fuck off. Right. So now I'm at damage plus 60%, giving me 304 damage, and you called this bad. Come on, be specced right, be hooked on everything under the sun, and this thing will actually do some pretty good damage. Alrighty, might as well do the odd chem again. Let's see, I picked up Daddy. I don't think I'm hooked on that. Unfortunately, that didn't proc. I might as well do some little bits of water here just to get my hydration back up. And again, look at all these debuffs on me right now. And also here are my buffs down there, and my gear all unyielding. Okay, let's get started. I don't actually know how well we're going to do with stealth in the broad daylight, but we'll give it a crack. We'll give it a go. Well, that was alright. That one was less alright, but we still got him in the second shot. Go for a power attack on you. That's better. We're getting some good damage now as you glitch in and out of caution or hidden there. That was weird, but it's like a reset of their detection meters as we go along and kill all of these sons of bitches one by one. Thank you for your hunter's trap a leg. That is 3 more scripts for me. Some panic fire from the muties, but they've got no idea where I am. Killed another one, and it's a suppressor's submachine gun with bash damage. No thanks. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to do something. Oh yeah, the turret. I'm gonna throw a grenade at him. I don't have a grenade equipped. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna waddle on over to you and kick your ass. There we go. So our health would be a little bit less now. Damage at 60% once again. 360, like that Xbox console that was inferior to the PS3. Just kidding. Both of those consoles are crap nowadays. They aren't classics like the original Xbox or PS2, are they? Alrighty, sneaking up on the rest of these blokes. We'll just poke them in the bum, and that'll kill them very, very easily. Don't forget about this fellow. He's got a super sledge. Well, guess what? I've got a tiny bit of metal with a sharpened point, and I can kill you instantly with it, because Fallout logic. Take this turret out before he starts shooting me with explosive bullets. And did he just say brother to a turret? Okay. Brother from another mother indeed. Or from not a mother. Thank you for your history lesson, Mr. Super Mutant. That is a 2-shot light machine gun. Okay, there's just more of this stuff being thrown at me. Well, it's too late to take a breather to, you know, keep on going with this. Let me see if I've got any things to actually help me out here. Alrighty, so we've loaded into a new world because the old world didn't have the super mutants in here. Again, here are my buffs, and you know what? you know, having all of these chems is good, but I might as well use them whilst I'm hooked on them, right? So we'll do some buff tats, and that'll give us +3 strength. So we had 360 before. Now we've got 231. Obviously, adrenaline has worn off, but we'll go around and stab things and see what we can get our damage up to after 6 or so kills. There we go, there's another level up. Thanks for the card pack, which I'll never use. And for some reason there, they just forgot I was there for a second. They put their weapons away like I was never there. Alright, weird. Now we can get a little bit more damage if we get ourselves a little bit more damaged ourselves. So that's something that we could do, but I really don't want to wait for it. It'll just sort of happen. So we'll keep on going. We've got one of our arms broken now, but 408. We're hitting over 400 with a switchblade here, which is not too bad. Obviously, you'd probably see a lot better damage out of a bloodied swing speed one, but it's a junkies one. And maybe this means that junkies won't be such a big thing if they ever nerf the bloodied combo of bloodied and swing speed, because honestly, it's dominant, and it's dominant for a reason. It does a whole lot of damage, with the drawback being, of course, you're near death, but you're at the point of damaging and one-shotting everything, so, you know, you just employ a little bit of stealth and you'll be just fine. And even with ranged weapons, what the hell, where'd you come from, mate? Yeah, even with ranged weapons, you can do the same thing, but it's easier because you don't have to be up close and personal, which means escaping detection is even easier than that. Go up for the power attack. Still can't one-shot these guys with that power attack, but whilst it is doing pretty damn good, it's just a switchblade with the junkies effect, and people are saying it's bad. It's not bad. It's actually kind of good. Sure, it's not life-changing damage. I guess it is life-changing if you stab someone enough with it, but it's not game-changingly powerful, but it's doing good. You see, we just one-shot that guy with a sneak attack critical. Well, maybe I'm just not one-shotting stuff without sneaks, though. That's probably why, eh? But, yep, if we decide to use this thing in the sneakier way, we can probably one-shot everyone in here very, very easily. So there you go. There's not a lot of times where I recommend not running stealth, because it stops people from hitting you all the time and, you know, staggering you, which is a huge pain in the ass, especially for melee players, because it completely locks up your controls. You're right in front of them. You're open to basically all of their attacks. They're not going to miss from that range with a ranged weapon themselves, so you're basically screwed. So, you know, using stealth is a good idea just to avoid being attacked and deal more damage yourself, at the expense of moving slower as you creep around, but that's not really a bad thing. I mean, it's not as fast as charging around sprinting, but still. Do you need all of that speed? You've got a little bit of VATS, a blitz happening when you do use this thing in VATS, so, you know, you don't have to completely close the gap 100%. Sometimes when they are obscured by, like, a single pixel of theirs is behind a wall or something, clipping through it, you can't get to them, which is annoying, but most of the time it works pretty good. Go ahead and teleport into you, and then immediately get detected. That's a shame. I would have expected we would have killed that guy when we stabbed him, but the netcode thought otherwise, so whatever. Who are we to question how this game is created? So we can do over half the damage, or half health damage to a super mutant overlord, which is not too bad. We go for a power attack. Is that a warlord? Yeah, we can almost one-shot a super mutant overlord, or warlord, with a power attack running up and sprinting into them, which is not too bad. You take any bloodied swing speed knife like this, though, and you're gonna get much better performance out of it, obviously. But like I said before, we're doing quite well with just a junky switchblade with swing speed onto it. So, yeah, not a terrible weapon. Don't know why you're propagating that information. It's actually quite good if you've got it spec'd right. But then again, what melee weapon isn't? Also, I missed this bloke, so we'll go ahead and stab him again. Ooh, looks like without adrenaline, we can't actually one-shot these guys. 247. It's not bad. It's not terrible, but there's better. Okay, time to start killing some crabs. get started on this Mirelurk dude, and hopefully none of these guys are diseased, because, you know, getting up this close to them means we are going to potentially be exposed to whatever disease they're carrying. So far all of these ones have been cleaned. The king is clean, which is nice. He gives you flap limb, I think, which lowers your strength, or the one that lowers ballistic damage, which is no good to have. At least with ranged weapons. Probably not for melee weapons. No lock joint like that can come from these guys, I don't think. Summon the queen. There she is, and we'll see how fast we can take her. No, terrible weapon. Don't even bother unlocking this thing, bro. It's terrible. Ooh, there's a lever action gun as well. And, yep. And we are at, again, probably 60% damage, 360. So it's sitting around that. We could probably get a little bit more if we're down to nerd rage levels of killing. But, you know, I don't feel like doing that. We don't have to push it quite that far to actually make it kill stuff quickly. But I'm gonna do it anyway, just to see how it all works. So we're under nerd rage threshold now. Here are my buffs there. So they're all still in the positives, you know, despite being as it is. I think unyielding armor is the best for going for some sort of junkies build, because you still, at the end of the day, will have extra benefits out of your things. And that's up to 378 damage. That's pretty solid, yes. But we're almost dead, but so is Swan. Okay, it took a while for those attacks to connect or whatever. No, don't eat Swan's water. You don't know what he does in there. Take those stim packs. So the game seems to give you a lot more stim packs and shit when you're at low health. That's like an interesting way you could farm them. Low health, higher luck. I don't know. Also, again, 401, hitting over for 401. All right, we'll go up and find a bat. Ninja comes off, Enforcer goes on, and now we can shoot this bat with a blade explosive combat shotgun, just hitting him for all kinds of damage over there. Okay, he's dropped already, and we'll go up and stab him with our quick fix, why don't we? Just gotta find him. Okay, he doesn't know where we are. He still moves faster with us than us with creeping around, but if we can go and just whack him like this. Ah, there we go. Yeah, you can't kill a fucking Scorch Beast that fast and say it's a bad weapon. Also, I got a viable Scorch Beast DNA out of that. I feel like that little daily thing is bugged right now, because I tried doing it the other day and I couldn't do it. So, yep. There you have it. That was the quick fix. Sinister Hand is here too. What's going on, mate? And, yep. There you have it. It's just the Junkie's swing speed switchblade with +1 endurance, which I don't even rate all that much. It's okay. Definitely not a terrible weapon, but you can do much better. Thank you very much for watching, guys.